Hello, my dear students. This is your computer teacher, Mrs. Chiring Wangmubutia, back again with another lesson in computer subject. Today, the chapter that we are going to study is Introduction to Computer Part 2, where you will be learning some more fundamentals of computer. In this video, we'll be covering characteristics of a computer, various generations of a computer, different types of a computer, advantages and disadvantages of a computer, and lastly, applications of computer in various fields. So, let us get started. Characteristics of a computer. In my previous video, we have already studied what is a computer. Computer is an electronic device जसले चाहिँ हामी युजर्सहरुकोबाट इनपुट लिन्छ डेटाको रूपमा, then it stores or processes that data and finally gives us results or output. Now we are going to study about the characteristics of a computer, that is features and quality that belongs to a computer. The first characteristic that we are going to talk about is speed. Now, हामी सबैलाई थाहा छ कि कम्प्युटरले एकदमै छिटो काम गर्छ. That is, it works very fast. जुन चाहिँ क्याल्कुलेसन चाहिँ हामी नर्मल ह्युमन बिङ्सलाई सल्भ गर्नु घण्टो लाग्छ, if we give the same calculation to the computer, it can solve it within a fraction of a second. जस्तै क्लासमा मैले अब स्टुडेन्ट्सहरुलाई एउटा सिम्पल म्याथमेटिकल क्याल्कुलेसन दिए अरे to multiply two very large numbers. For example, 23896,243 into 4674672. Now what will be the outcome? Some of the students may not be able to solve it. There are other students जसले solve गर्छ, they might take longer time. If we give the same calculation to the computer, it will give back the result within a second. र अर्को स्पीड को एक्जाम्पल चाहिँ क्यान बी द्याट अफ वेदर फोरकास्टिङ जो चाहिँ हामीले टिभीमा दिन डेली देखिरहेको नै छ. र यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि कम्प्युटरले जुन चाहिँ ह्युज अमाउन्ट अफ डेटा छ टेम्परेचर, ह्युमिडिटी, प्रेसर एसेट्रा को माथि यो डेटाहरूलाई लिएर चाहिँ कम्पाइल गर्छ. देन दे एनालाइज दैट डेटा एन्ड गिव्स अस द result, that is the weather forecast within a few seconds, which normal human beings cannot do. Another characteristic is accuracy. In addition to speed, the computer also always gives correct answer. Since computerहरु चाहिँ already programmed भएको हुन्छ, त्यही कारणले गर्दाखेरि युजर्सहरुले जब कुनै इनपुट दिन्छ, it will always give the results accurately. However, the accuracy level is determined on the basis of design of a computer. र कम्प्युटरमा चाहिँ तब एरर या मिस्टेक हुन्छ जब हामी युजर्स र ह्युमनहरुले कम्प्युटरमा इनएक्युरेट डेटा या रङ इन्स्ट्रक्सनहरु फिड गर्छ. Next characteristic is reliability. The computer always gives consistent result for a similar set of data. That is, if we give same set of input any number of times, we will get the same result. For example, एउटा क्लासरुममा मैले स्टुडेन्ट्सहरुलाई एउटा होमवर्क दिए अरे हैन, to multiply 2 into 2 10 lakh times and write that in your copy. Now what will happen? The students while writing it may get tired or may lack concentration, जसले गर्दा they might end up giving inaccurate answer. But if I give the same problem to the computer, what will happen? They will always give back the same consistent result, that is 4, as it is free from tiredness, lack of concentration and fatigue. Computer can work for hours without creating any errors. That's why it is a reliable or a diligent machine. Another characteristic is storage capacity. Now we all know that the storage capacity of a computer is far greater compared to human beings. The computer ko ma चाहिँ already एउटा inbuilt memory हुन्छ, which is known as primary memory, where it can store large amount of data. This we have already studied in the previous video also. Apart from this, the computer also can store data in secondary or auxiliary storage devices such as CDs, pen drives, which are removable devices used to store data. र अर्को एडभान्टेज कम्प्युटरको चाहिँ के छ भन्दाखेरि the data that is stored in computer is safe from normal wear and tear unlike the paper. The next characteristic of computer is versatility. That is, it has the capacity to perform different types of work. जस्तै कम्प्युटरको थ्रुबाट हामीले टिकटहरु बुक गर्न सक्छ, इलेक्ट्रिक बिल तिर्नु सक्छ, वेदर फोरकास्ट हेर्नु सक्छ, च्याट गर्न सक्छ, मुभी हेर्नु सक्छ, गीत सुन्नु सक्छ. Basically, we can use computer to perform simple tasks like data entry to complex mathematical calculation, as it is a versatile machine. These are the various characteristics of a computer. Now we'll be studying about various generations of a computer. The development of computers is basically discussed over different generation of computer. And with succession of each generation, there also came advancement or changes in the computer technology. So, the generation of computer basically means the change in technology that a computer used, which also changed the way in which a computer operates. We will be studying about the first generation now. The time period approximately ranges from 1946 to 1959. The technology that was used was vacuum tubes. The first image is that of vacuum tubes and the second image is that of first generation computer. From the image we can see that the first generation computers were very huge or enormous, almost taking up an entire room. Due to their huge size, they used to consume a great deal of electricity, making it very expensive to operate. Also, they used to generate a lot of heat, which was the main cause of malfunction among these computers. Now here we see the input was given through the punch card and the output was displayed on the printouts. The first generation computers relied on the machine language, that is the lowest form of programming language understood by the computer. UNIVAC and ENIAC are the two examples of first generation computers. Now we move on to the next generation, that is second generation computer, and the time period ranges from 1959 to 1965. Here the technology used were transistor. This is an image of a transistor and second generation computer. The transistors were far more superior compared to vacuum tubes, which allowed the computer in second generation to be smaller, faster, cheaper and more energy efficient. Although the transistor still generated a great deal of heat that subjected the computer of this generation also to damage and malfunction, it was still a vast improvement over vacuum tubes. Second generation computers must still the inputs were based on punch card and the printouts were used for output. However, the computers in this generation now moved from simple binary machine language to symbolic or assembly language, which allowed the programmers to give or specify instruction in words. The first computer of this generation were developed for atomic energy industry. The next generation is third generation and the time period ranges from 1965 to 1971. The technology used was integrated circuit. These are the images for integrated circuit and third generation computer. Here the development of integrated circuit was the hallmark of third generation computer. In comparison to second generation, the sizes of this computer were comparatively smaller and also it consumed less power and generated less heat. Instead of using punch card for input and printouts for output, the users here interacted with the computer through keyboards and monitors and also interfaced with operating system, which allowed the device to run many different applications at a single time. Now, from this generation, the computers were made accessible to mass audience because they were smaller and cheaper. We move on to the fourth generation and the time period ranges from 1971 to 1980. The technology used here was VLSI microprocessor, which stands for Very Large Scale Integration Microprocessor. Here we see an image of a microprocessor and fourth generation computers. The fourth generation computer used VLSI microprocessor as thousands of integrated circuits were built on a single chip. In this, all the components of the computer, right from CPU and memory to input-output controls, were mounted on a single chip. As these small computers became more powerful, they could be linked to form a network, which eventually led to the development of the internet. Fourth generation computer mache, we all saw development also in terms of graphical user interface, mouse as well as various handheld devices. Let's move on to the next generation, that is fifth generation computers, and the time period ranges from 1980s to present and beyond. The technology used is ULSI microprocessor, which stands for Ultra Large Scale Integration Microprocessor, and Artificial Intelligence. These are the images for fifth generation computers. Working with this generation of computers was fast and multiple tasks could be performed simultaneously. Due to this capability, parallel processing computing devices based on artificial intelligence are nowadays becoming a reality. We see various applications like voice recognition application that are already being used today, just like Google, Cortana, Siri, etc. That was the 5 generations of computers. Now we'll be studying about different types of computers. The first image that we see here is that of supercomputer. From the image we can see that these computers are very large in size or enormous and is also very expensive to operate. त्यसै कारणले गर्दाखेरि these computers are only used for specialized application that requires immense amount of mathematical functions. जस्तै weather forecasting भयो, animated graphics भयो, nuclear energy research भयो, यो कुराहरुमा चाहिँ यो एप्लिकेशन्सहरुमा चाहिँ सुपरकम्प्युटर्सहरु युज हुन्छ. Next image that we see is that of workstation. These computers are basically used for engineering app like CAD, that is computer aided design and software development, which require moderate amount of computing power. It is also a single user computer system which uses common operating systems such as Unix and Windows. It has an inbuilt network support which allows it to be linked together to form a local area network, although they can also be used as a standalone system. The next computer is mini computer. These computers are very powerful computers. It came at a time when mainframe computers were very costly. It is a mid-sized computer which has multi-processing capabilities and can support up to 250 users simultaneously. The next image is that of mainframe computers. Mainframe computers are also large and expensive computers. It handles processing of many users at a single time. The terminal connects the user to it and then the user can submit their tasks through the mainframe. The terminal user then puts the input in the computer and the output is displayed on the screen. The last type of computer is personal computer or PC. These computers are very small and also inexpensive. In this regard of personal computer, there are two types of computer, which is laptop and desktop computer. Your personal computers are basically designed for an individual user. That is, only one user can use this computer at one time. That's why it is known as personal computers. Now, there are various applications in which these personal computers can be used. जस्तै businessहरूले can use it for accounting, database management, word processing applications, हैन. अन्त घरमा चाहिँ most popularly हामीले यो personal computer चाहिँ game खेल्नु लागि, internet surf गर्नु लागि use गर्छ. Although these personal computers are basically designed for single user, these computers can be linked together to form a network. These are the different types of computers. Now we move on to the next topic, that is advantages of a computer. On the screen you will see various advantages of a computer. We all know that computer has made a vital impact on our society. Therefore, the computer technology has affected most of the fields of our life. When we talk about speed and accuracy, we know that computer works at a very high speed and also gives back result accurately. That's why people are using computers to perform different tasks quickly and easily. Not only it saves time and effort, but also reduces the overall cost to complete a particular task. In terms of storage, many organizations are now using computer to keep the records of their customers. Banks also use computer for maintaining their accounts, financial transactions, etc. In terms of multitasking and versatility, people are using computer for different application. Like we can use the same computer to pay our bills, to listen to music, to watch video, to manage our home budgets. So basically it can use for a simple operations like ticket booking, data entry, to also do complex mathematical functions. In terms of communication, various social networks like Facebook, WhatsApp, email are used in order to connect people from far-flung places together. Now in education, computers can be used by the students to download their educational materials or study materials. टिचर्सहरूले पनि जुन चाहिँ इन्टरनेटमा अप टु डेट मेटेरियल्सहरू अपलोड भएको हुन्छ त्यसलाई लिएर आफ्नो टिचिङ मेटेरियल्स या एजुकेसनल कन्टेन्टहरू प्रिपेयर गर्न सक्छ रिसर्चर्सहरूले त्यो अप टु डेट मेटेरियल्सहरू लिएर त्यसलाई प्रोसेस गरेर आफ्नो रिसर्च प्रोसेसमा युज गर्न सक्छ मोreover the computer is being used in every field of life such as medical business industries airline as well as weather forecasting now we'll be learning about some disadvantages of a computer we all know that a coin has two sides similarly computer ko advantages छ भने computer को कतिवटा disadvantages पनि छ The first disadvantage is unemployment. अहिलेको टाइममा हेर्यो भने धेरैवटा काम टास्कहरू अटोमेटेड भएको छ जसले गर्दाखेरि ह्युमन इन्टरभेन्सन रिक्वायर हुँदैन त्यसै कारणले गर्दाखेरि it reduces the need of people hence increasing the unemployment in our society. Another disadvantage is health risk. Due to improper and prolonged use of computer, it can result in health risks. The computer ma धेरै टाइमसम्म बस्यो भने we can injure or disorder our hands, wrist, elbows, eyes ma effect हुन सक्छ, necks, back ma effect हुन सक्छ. Therefore, whenever using computer for a long period of time, you require regular breaks in between. Another disadvantage is privacy violation. अहिलेको टाइममा हेर्यो भने हामीहरूले हाम्रो पीसी या ल्यापटपमा के गरेको हुन्छ हाम्रो पर्सनल डेटाहरू पनि कतिवटा स्टोर गरेको हुन्छ जस्तै हाम्रो फोटोजहरू भयो नानीहरूको फ्यामिलीको हाम्रो ब्याङ्कको डिटेल्सहरू भयो स्टोर गरेको हुन्छ The privacy of a person can be violated if that confidential records or data are not protected properly. Another disadvantage is impact on environment. र कम्प्युटरको जुन चाहिँ मेकिङ प्रोसेस हुन्छ त्यसमा चाहिँ धेरैवटा ई-वेस्ट या वेस्ट प्रडक्ट्सहरू निस्किन्छ which are polluting the environment. र हाम्रो कम्प्युटरहरू जब पुरानो हुन्छ यो कम्प्युटरहरू हामीले राम्ररी डिस्पोज गरेन भने the wasted parts of the computer can release dangerous toxic materials in the environment. Another disadvantage is computer crimes. Nowadays, we see that people also use computers for performing various negative activities. जस्तै ह्याकर्सहरूले हाम्रो credit card details लोगेर they can misuse that information. They can also steal data from big organizations. Last disadvantage is that of data security. I have already told you before that we use computer nowadays to store our confidential information like photos of our children, bank information, right? If it is not stored properly or if it is not protected properly, then this data can be accessed by unauthorized person through the networks, which can cause serious problems of data security. These are the various disadvantages of a computer. Now we come on to the last topic for this video, applications of computer in various fields. The first field that we are going to study is business. In my previous topics, I've already told you that computer has very high speed of calculations and also it gives back accurate result. In addition to that, it is also a reliable machine and can perform versatile functions. त्यसै कारणले गर्दाखेरि it has numerous uses in business organization. Some of the areas in business where computer can be used are generating payroll of its employees, budgeting, sales analysis भयो, maintenance of stock भयो, and also keeping records of their customers. Another field in which computer is used is banking. Today, banks are almost totally dependent on computer. Bank also provides various facilities to its customers like online accounting facilities, ATM machines which provides 24-hour services to its customers. Also, various functions of bank like payment of bill transactions are computerized which make it easier for the customer to deal with the bank. Another field in which computer is used is education. Education मा I've already discussed students हरूले computer र internet use गरेर तिनीहरूको learning materials हरू study materials हरू prepare गर्नु सक्छ teachers हरूले internet को through बाट use गरेर various visually appealing educational content हरू prepare गर्छ which increases the retentive memory of the students researchers हरूले internet use गरेर उनीहरूको up to date materials हरू download गरेर आफ्नो research purpose मा use गर्नु सक्छ and there are numbers of methods through which an educational institution can use computer in order to educate their students. The next field is marketing. With computers, we can create arts and graphic and print the ads with the goals of selling more products. The businessman can use computers in order to prepare visually appealing marketing ads which can attract more customers. Next field is healthcare. Healthcare matter we already know that computers are used in hospitals as well as labs. Computers are now being used in hospitals to store the records of the patient and also the medicines. त्यो मात्रै नभएर various tests and reports can also be prepared by the computers. अहिलेको टाइममा हेर्यो भने computers are also used for performing surgery which is known as robotic surgery. Next field is communication. र कम्युनिकेसनमा जस्तै various सर्भिसेसहरु छ जस्तै इमेल भयो च्याटिङ भयो भिडियो कन्फरेन्सिङ भयो सोशल नेटवर्क्सहरु WhatsApp भयो यो युज गरेर people can communicate with one another even if they are staying at far flung places from each other. The last field that we are going to talk about is government. The computer also plays an important role in various government services like budgeting, weather forecasting, and various departments of government like income tax department, police department can use computer to store and maintain their data. यो मात्रै नभएर जस्तै अरु इम्पोर्टेन्ट डकुमेन्ट्सहरु छ जस्तै भोटर कार्ड भयो आधार कार्ड भयो प्यान कार्ड भयो यसलाई डल्लै कम्प्युटराइजेसन गरेर they can make this process easier. That was the last topic for the day. In this video we have studied about the various characteristics of a computer, generations of a computer, different types of computer, advantages and disadvantages of a computer, and lastly the application of computers in various fields. The notes for the same video, I'll be sending it to you all in document format in your WhatsApp group that has been created. I request all the students to download the document and then write down the notes in your computer copy. र यो टपिक्सहरुमा the students केही doubt छ या केही query छ भने चाहिँ they can always call me up or WhatsApp me in my number which you already have. Thank you.